I'm Deborah Tansil Graham, Executive Director of Development for the Midland Division of the Salvation Army. I have a scripture that has guided me through my life. It is Jeremiah 29:11, where God says that He knows the plans that He has for me. Those plans are to prosper me, not to harm me, to give me hope and a future. And it is on that scripture that I stand on faith and that I have given myself away for whatever the Lord has for me. From the time that, as a child, although I didn't realize the plan that God had for me at that time, where my dad would help clean the office building in which the Salvation Army is housed in St. Louis. And as a kid, I would help him, but little did I know that the Lord had a plan for my life, and that years later, that I would hold this position with the Salvation Army, and my office would be in that same building. So I do know that God has a plan for me and for others. Some months ago in Ferguson, Missouri, during the unrest there, the Salvation Army teamed with the United Way to help residents of Ferguson with utility assistance and food and all of the things that the Salvation Army is known to do the most good. That particular day, I met a young man. He told me a story that he had lost his job, and he had also lost his wife. He was concerned about how he was going to feed his children and how he was going to give them a Christmas. I gave him my business card, like so many probably employees of the Salvation Army do and officers. And sometimes you hear from people and sometimes you don't. I did hear from this gentleman. He called, he reminded me who he was, and I referred him to our social services department and explained who he was. As time went by, as I was proofreading our annual newsletter, there was a picture of this young man, Antonio, who is now a part of our Pathway of Hope program. And in that article, he mentioned his mentor, Miss Audrey, and then he said he met another lady at the Salvation Army who pretty much steered him to the point he is today. And he said that person was Miss Deborah, which was me. And it warmed my heart to know that I had not only touched his life, but I had touched 4 other lives. So just in a chance encounter, I was able to provide a pathway of a prosperous future and to build hope for 5 individuals. And again, that is what I stand on faith, that God has put me in a position with the Salvation Army to help those people who need it most.